Oh no, I shot this video sideways. That's a bummer. Oh wait, guess what you can do now in iOS 13? You can fix it. It's a beautiful night. I'm outside watering and shooting a little video out here, and excited about the new editing tools that are available with Apple's new iOS 13 operating system. You can do things to video that you have never been able to do before inside Apple's infrastructure, things that you used to only be able to do with a third-party app. For instance, one of the things you can do is you can fix a problem in orientation. Sorry, my hose is caught. There we go. You can fix a problem in orientation. So often, I know it happens to me, I will be filming and I'll hit the film button and I will be vertical when I meant to be horizontal. And then when I go to view the video, oh no, it's portrait, not landscape, and I gotta flip it, and I can't flip it, so I had to download a third-party app so that I could rotate videos, because you couldn't do that. And I complained about that right here. And I showed you that app that I was using. Well, they fixed it. You can do it natively right there in the Photos app, and in your iPhone, in the edit menu. And you can do all kinds of other stuff too. It's pretty cool. One of the things you can do is color. That's right. You can desaturate and saturate your videos. So look, I can go black and white. Still watering. I can do some other fun stuff. I can also crop the video so that I can get rid of ugly or distracting backgrounds, or if I'm not properly centered in the video, or if there's just something on the video that I want to emphasize, zoom in on, or cut out. Pretty slick. Also, in that edit menu for video are now a lot of things that you used to only be able to do with photos, such as correct for exposure. So as I'm shooting up at the night sky, I got the moon over there. So trying to move into some light and some dark. You can do saturation, you can do contrast, you can set your black point. There's all kinds of cool stuff you can do right now with videos that you used to only be able to do with photos. Okay, I got my setup here. Then I'm going to be filming this, and I just intentionally first filmed it vertically and then flipped my own horizontally, which is going to mess this video up. And now we're going to edit that. So I will edit, and here in my edit menu, I've got this little dad right here, right, that I didn't used to have before, and that's crop. And I can crop what? I can crop, and I can skew these things. So like if my perspective's wrong, if I wasn't perfectly flat to my subject and I needed to, move it one way or the other. If I'm over rotated, see, I can rotate it. Let me get back to 0. And then if my perspective is wrong, I can fix my perspective. Ditto the other way, right? Right, so I want to get it even more flat like that even. Wow, look at that. Okay, and then up here, see this one right here? I'm gonna flip it with this icon up at the top, and that's gonna enable me to flip it that direction, flip it again, and this is the perspective that I want. I was shooting directly over the thing. Oh my goodness. See, when I save it though, it doesn't give me an option to
keep the old one. So it's destructive. It absolutely assumes that this is the version of this video that I'm going to want now, which I'm not too sure how I feel about that. All right, so now.
Okay, I got my setup here. Then I'm going to be filming this, and I just intentionally.
Now I'm correctly in landscape mode, which is what I want to be. And if I were to spin it,
and then flip my own horizontally, which is going to
flip
mess
it,
this video
it's going
up.
to look like that. That's the way I want it. All right. Now I did start doing some other editing that I was going to hold off and show you, and that's these things, right? So I have all these other edit options that I did not have with video before. Highlights, shadows, oops, contrast, brightness. All right, let's use some of the video I shot outside to fix that. Okay, here's this video I shot of the sky outside. Let's say that I'm not a fan of how that exposure turned out. Well, one thing I can do these filters. If I'm just kind of color grade there, I just made it black and white. All right, or then we can go back to the dial. Out here on the side, the dial. And then I can, my magic wand it, auto, I can undo that, plus or minus. I can fix my exposure by dragging. All right, if that's a problem. I can check my saturation. I can increase it or decrease it all the way down to black and white. Adjust my color temperature if I want things to be orangey in my color grading scheme. I can just tint the whole stinking thing. See, look at all these options. It's fantastic. Your photo edit options are still pretty much the same. They've just rearranged it, but it looks like what the video ones are now. So you see we got this now familiar plus or minus, where I can run through exposure, brilliance, highlights, shadows, contrast, brightness, and then we get into the saturation, the vibrance, the temperature, warmth, tint, sharpness, definition, noise reduction, and vignette. And of course, we still have always had this perspective one where I can flip it and crop it. And we still have our filters that we can put on stuff too. So pretty slick. I am so far not a fan of the fact that I just went in there, didn't really make any changes, and when I click done, it just saved it. Now if I go back into edit, up in the upper right hand corner you can see that I can revert back to the original and undo what I did. I'm not too sure how I feel. Actually, I'm pretty sure how I feel about that. I don't like that. Sometimes I wanted both copies of it. I want that non-destructive editing. So we got some wins in this one, but I'm going to call that a fail. Why is that a fail? Well, for instance, in this very video, I wanted to be able to make some edits to the video that I shot outside as I was describing it. And to do that, I would have to be able to edit it, and then make a copy of that with my edits and save the original so that I could then splice the original version with the blown out sky with the edited version with the exposure adjustments that I could have made in the app. I couldn't do that when I was talking about being able to crop and edit. My intention was when I shot that was that I was going to use that video and then edit it and crop it, but I can't do that because I can't have both my original video and my edited copy so that I could then put both of those into iMovie and then splice them and rearrange them. That's a fail. If you have a way around that, please let me know in the comments. I'm thinking I could load the original video into iTunes, save the movie that I've created, and then go back into my Photos app and then edit it, and then import that edited video into iTunes and split and cut and splice. But that's kind of a pain. I shouldn't have to take that many steps. As a guy who, though, is working with just my phone and just iTunes on iTunes, I keep saying iTunes. You know that I mean iMovie, right? Mea culpa. That's what I'm trying to work with here. And Apple, you're making that a little difficult. That's all I got for tonight. Play with your phone, see if you can figure these things out. We can talk about it in the comments, of course. I hope you made your day what you wanted your day to be. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you'd like to subscribe for more Cincinnati Dad kind of content, which I haven't even mentioned my tagline, Cincinnati Dad, yet in this video, subscribe. And if you want to be notified when I post new videos, do that. New videos. New videos. Not the word that you think I said.